This is a story about a community of indigenous Indians from Aquila in the state of Michoacan, Mexico. A community of people plagued by violence and oppressed by drug cartels controlling their lives. And unless you've heard the stories for yourself, you would not think that such a terrible thing could have happened to some of the most loyal, friendliest, and yet poorest people in the world. The families of Aquila and the surrounding indigenous towns have seen their share of violence. This large municipality that stretches along the coast in central Mexico is home to several Indian reservations. Towns like Aquila counted on tourists visiting their beaches to provide their income, but when the cartels decided to prey on their communities, extort and control their lives, the tourists went away. Prior to cartel control, farm workers earned on average $7 a day picking and processing fruits like limes, bananas, papayas, and coconuts. As the cartels took control of these businesses, their pay was reduced as families and farm workers were extorted and taxed. Within a few years, cartels had controlled nearly every aspect of their society. For this reason, landowners and community members took up arms against the cartel to protect their own villages. The results of this action was the return of confiscated property, their towns cleared of cartel members, and a new sense of freedom. Very little social development occurs in these communities, including investment in the schools and, unfortunately, the children. While poverty within indigenous communities is rising, children in their schools have the lowest achievement levels, with more than 80% falling below the basic level needed to progress. These are drawings by elementary school children as a part of an investigation into the effects of the conflict in impoverished areas plagued by violent crime. Their drawings depicting extreme violence reveal the impact of the drug war on their lives. Most children portray themselves as victims or traumatized spectators of the decade-long drug war. They uncover the mental scars borne by a generation exposed to extreme violence, many of whom distrust government forces and admire narco culture. Now no longer controlled by violence, the people live with caution as they rebuild their lives and begin to control their own future. Yet while the young children of these families seem to live a typical, fun and adventure-filled childhood, the reality is, many of these children have very few opportunities or hope for a better future. These are the children we worked with in the towns of La Placita and the primary school in Aquila. All playing for the first time, they spent the first few days learning how to hold and play the various instruments. After about 5 days, the children had settled with the instruments of their choice and became very excited about learning to play. This is 11-year-old Janet, who was the first girl to join the group in La Placita. She went right for the pink guitar, and was also the singer of the group. The next day, she brought her friend Valerie, who wanted to play the ukulele and the drums. The two girls attend the same primary school just across the street from the practice room. This is Ali. Ali's father brought him on the first day we arrived and helped set up the instruments. Another boy who arrived on the first day was Brandon, who told me that he had always wanted to play the drums. 13-year-old Brandon was the oldest that we worked with in the group. 12-year-old Mario tried out the guitar, drums, and the piano. Our initial goal was to deliver instruments and set up temporary centers to begin music lessons and provide a computer for the teachers and classrooms in Aquila. With that goal completed, we realized that the solution had to be long-term and sustainable. Yet to make it sustainable, the kids needed a safe environment to practice, take lessons, and be mentored by young adults. This was now the ultimate goal: to establish a youth center and music program for the boys and girls in the area. Involvement in the arts by learning to play an instrument will increase the self-esteem and confidence of these children, while a youth center will bring welcome social development to the communities. The computers and instruments for Aquila School will benefit their teachers and children for years to come. You can help give hope and music to the Indigenous children of Aquila by supporting our efforts. Please visit hopeandmusic.org for more information and to donate. Thank you for watching.